Yeah, I think people feel like they're stuck with their mind.
Yeah,
Like it just is the way it is. This
that's right.
is my
That's right.
programming.
Doesn't that piss you off to feel stuck?
Well, look, the most important thing in mine and a lot of my friends' lives is agency. It's our ability to change the outcomes, to win the computer game, no matter what the boss is that's put in front of us,
Yeah.
to be, to not need permission, to do it completely permissionlessly. And yet there is a couple of pound wet thing between my ears that I'm prepared to much of the time move the world out of the way in order to get the things that I want. But because you can't see it happening internally, because there's no this is to be done, this is being done, this has been done sort of widget criteria that you can track, it's all ephemeral and difficult to work out. Am I better? Is this better now than it was back then? Am I actually doing anything? It's tough. So yeah, I think convincing people that they can change their minds at a fundamental level is something that's probably pretty important.
I've been really struck. So I have a business background and a practical background. I've been really struck by how people are really pretty clear about making things better over time in the outer world, but they kind of feel helpless or even uninterested in the process of making things better over time in the inner world. That's what you're talking about. And your whole work, I think a lot of it is helping people realize they do have that power inside themselves and they can use that power in skillful ways. That's exactly right. And it's a plain fact that the essence of it is a two-step process that's incredibly simple. It's under our control most of the time, and people usually forget the second step. First, you have to experience whatever you want to grow. You want to feel better about yourself. You want to feel more committed to exercise. You want to be less self-critical. You want to be more confident public speaking, whatever it might be. You first have to experience what you want to grow or factors of it. Okay, that's a state. But the second step is there must be an internalization of that momentary patterning of neurological activation that leaves a lasting trace in the body, especially in the brain. That's the second step. But if people actually engage that second step a handful of times every day for typically a breath or two, maybe longer, then they are steepening their growth curve and influencing in lasting ways who they're becoming. The dirty secret in the clinical world is that we routinely leave out that second step. We kind of hope that something will stick to the walls. There, even in Barbara Fredrickson's, for example, wonderful work on broadening and build, the build aspect of emotionally positive experiences is described as incidental. Me, I don't like that. I want deliberate. You know what I mean? I want deliberate.
They're going to leave this up to chance.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And this is no knock on Barbara. I'm really speaking actually about my own errors as a therapist over time to be good at promoting certain experiences in people, but ignoring the question of whether they're sinking in any kind of a lasting way. And so anyway, people can appreciate that it's a two-step process, state to trait, and you actually have the power to slow down and take in the good, as it were, of that experience. Keep the neurons firing together so they wire together. Feel it in your body. Track the reward value of the experience. Right there are 3 neurologically based, evidence-based methods for heightening internalization of whatever you want to develop in yourself. Stay with it, feel it in your body, track what feels good about it, highlight what feels good about it. And there are other methods as well, like be aware of what's novel about it or salient, personally relevant. Um, give over to it, allow yourself to receive it, feel like it's sinking in. These are all evidence-based factors that increase learning. But in the moment, um, you're really helping yourself harvest what you've earned in the experience you're having at the time. And so and you're being kind to yourself. You're getting bonus benefits for doing this. You're treating yourself like you matter along the way. Yeah. And it's as simple as that. It's not a quick fix, it takes time, but less than a few minutes a day, people can profoundly change who they are becoming based on durable changes in their own brain.